All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready. 60 or. All day, every day.
Throwing now, Elway on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8-ball on the road to get things going.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run with Sayers, and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Elway. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the shotgun, Elway. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elway. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Elway. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets him a first down.
Hey, box truck. Get it.
From midfield, Elway. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. We're scoreless after one.
15-1.
On first and 10, Elway. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
On third down, Elway. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after here coming up. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. A run. This is Sayers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and
1. Off the play fake. Lane. He sets to fire deep and got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Back to throw. Lane eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Clayton.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Here we go.
2nd and 6. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lane. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Come on.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Hey, let's get this.
Operating from the gun. Lane. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Back to throw. Lane. That's caught by Montgomery. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
91. Hey, 2.
After the interception, here's Elway. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He finds McCoy. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Over the middle, complete. That's Barry. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lane, throw left side, complete. It's Barry. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll try to run for it with Sears. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And some space here. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over.
Let's go now. 30 base. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Echo. Back to you. Big river.
Play action. It's Elway. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go. 8-3. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Smooth. 5.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. This for his running back, McCoy. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. Here's Elway to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Second and 4. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
5. Go.
From the gun, Lane. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 36.
He's coming.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Sayers. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
61, match, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lane. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On 1st down, Elway. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lane. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. To throw again, Lane. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick, and it's third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On third down, Lane. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Here we go. 60-or.
Looking to throw on second down. Lane. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Clayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 39. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Go. Hey.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Pilot, 64, weak. Jim. Go.
To throw on second down, Lane. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Man, I got you. Christian, Travis. That's me. Hey, high 7.
They'll run with the Hall of Famer Sayers. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
218, chop. Check the call. 58 to Mike, 58.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Clayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
80 weapons.
On the draw, it's Sayers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. 13 seconds left to play. Here's a give now to Sayers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
61, 5.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Jacksonville, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.